thinking she's smarter than she is, and
you
she's
with her.
poisoning Louis against me.
You don't need her, and you don't need him.
Yeah. So who did you kill?
Like I did.
I have given her so many gifts, so many incalculable gifts, and you're right, it is both of them.
Well, now that I'm dead, I can be whoever I want.
Did
I've
you
been working
turn
on a
her?
new name. What do you think of Marie Lepere?
Don't be ridiculous. I seek refuge from complaints when I visit you, dear.
I know that, but promises were made.
And promises will be kept.
I am withering here, Lestat. Who's gonna hire a singer who don't sing? Who's a cripple?
No. That's what gloves are for.
Oh, he actually took her finger. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's
It wasn't
crazy.
shocking. It was perfectly consistent with his nature. He'd been told to do something, and brat that he was, didn't like being told what to do. The effect, however, was numbing. Because he's all kinds of fucked up. Because he would have killed her in a second if he thought I'd take him as he is. And I probably will.
So you ain't gonna tell him that you know about it?
What difference would it
My
make?
god, how toxic is this?
The numbness remained, hardened somehow into a disassociative shell, a vessel of acceptance, of tortured rationalization.
That is so
His
depressing.
life, it does a number on the head, on the soul.
Train's leaving in an hour. Get off that bench. Bună ziua, mă cheamă Louis. Care e drumul spre vechiul castel?
I can barely speak French and English. I just hold you back.
Ploia știi.
Could never get that one to tumble out. Right.
Oh, is this goodbye then? I mean, I know the story, but I don't know how they're changing
Hey,
it
sis.
here.
You don't need me. You think you do, but you don't. You're smarter now. You see trouble coming a mile away. She, of all things on the earth, deserved a nice seat and a wide window to watch the countryside blur before the glass.
Yeah, but at that time, there's no way. That's crazy.
But it was 1939, and the only Negro allowed in first class was the porter, and the Negro passenger rode the rear. The Negro vampire made do with what was left. I'd give it to you now.
He's like, I don't want it now. I'm too old.
Still had time to watch your daughters marry.
And divorce. And die.
Back to the undeserving, Lestat. Start home.
Louis, come. Listen here.
What is it?
Germany's invaded Poland. Tanks rolling through the countryside. Horrors unleashed. But to think, our sister, impulsive tot that she is, was on her way to holiday in Europe.
Shit.
I'm so glad she decided the better of it.
Oh. Oh, what happened?
We'll have to make it up to her stateside somehow.
Oh my god.
Tickets, please. Tickets, please.
Oh my god.
You're riding the New York Limited. Next stop, Birmingham, Alabama.
Wow.
You left without saying goodbye. Again? I'm sure it was an oversight. But still, you'd think your creator had earned the courtesy.
You didn't want me. You made me for Louis.
He'd grip it, tug at it, and weak as he is, the stem would hold.
Let me go, Lestat.
a Louis' hour of need. I'm afraid I can't allow that.
Oh, this whole like
He's
visual.
very fragile right now. Worse than the last time you abandoned him. When you filled your head with knowledge and hitched a ride on a motorbike. Could you imagine if something like that happened to you again? Louis would never forgive himself. Back in your cage, sweetheart.
Yeah, it's the same with her. Wow, the visual of this
We
like
endure each other
with the dog. That was great.
for Louis' happiness. Because if you try this again, Claudia, I won't snap your leg, defile your pocket, and zoom off on a motorbike. I'll turn your bones to dust.
I've been having a thought the last few days, Louis.
Yeah, what's that?
I think he killed Magnus. I think the vampire made him a slave. And he would be a slave no more than I would. And so he killed him. Killed him before he knew all the things he could have known. And now he's gone and made us slaves to him. We have no more use for him. And he causes us misery with no horizon.
You're going to pout and mimic me until I grow empathetic. Is that your strategy tonight?
Is she gonna win this time?
Trip to G1.
But he's not mortal.
Queen to H2.
No illness can touch him. You threaten a life which will endure to the end of the world.
And you will bring your queen. But the bishop cannot be ignored. The rook, the queen.
I am done enduring.
I'm not moving my rook.
I'm going to kill him.
Wow, this scene is so good.
Check.
The tension.
He'll destroy you if you try it.
No, Louis.
Rook protects the king. And your queen has been neutralized. It's a very spirited effort.
I can kill him. And I want to tell you something else now.
Oh, wow.
A secret of all secrets between you and me.
Now you're giving up bishops and knights for pawns.
Oh. Oh.
No, that can't be.
The secret is, Louis,
Queen on one side, rook on the other.
you want to kill him too. And you will enjoy doing it. I'm tired.
I finished the game.
I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Move your pawn, finish the game.
Oh,
Good night,
wow.
Miss Sapp. Good night, Louis.
She was right.
Spoiled, selfish, thankless,
It was inevitable.
heedless, disagreeable, obnoxious, repellent, unkind!
The American future.
We were going to kill Lestat. We were going to kill Lestat.
Is he sleeping?
Rashida, you awake?
I can be.
I think the medication has overwhelmed our boy. What's in the bag? Hello?
Hi. Work. My work's in the back. I do interviews mostly. I have a series at the Berkeley Bar. Hey, you know, I could interview you.
Well, I'm no one of importance.
Well, it's my speciality. You see, I look for people in the cracks.
I know you're struggling, Danny.
It's Daniel.
I have what you're looking for. High quality, befitting a man of my tastes. I have a room over on Dificedero, not too far a walk.
I want to interview you.
Sounds fun.
I mean, if something happens, you know, I'm cool, but yeah, I really want to interview you.
Of course. Take it as it comes. That okay with you? Would you like to join us?
No. You go ahead, have your fun.
Oh, shit. I knew he was something because of that. Okay. Whew. there's so many things happening. The whole idea of them coming to the conclusion that they need to kill Lestat, mostly like Claudia, right? And I completely understand why she would want to do it. It's because it's the only way that she feels like they're going to be free. Because, yeah, it's like, even if he doesn't think of them as being slaves, he treats them like slaves because he doesn't let them do anything. They can't leave. Right, it's a very horrible situation, especially for her, because she wants to be free and he won't let her. I really like the tension in that scene when they were like playing chess and she just like, oh, I'm about to win, but she doesn't really like finish the game. She just stops, even though it's obvious that she is gonna win, but she just walks away and just leaves them there. That is so good. So yeah, there's so many like good scenes in this episode, but the most important thing is Rashid. Is Rashid, right? I'm trying to think of which vampire it could be, because he's definitely a vampire, and there's a lot of reasons. Like, one of the first things that comes to mind is when that conversation happened when Daniel was talking about Dubai and he said like Dubai is a child or something. It's just like the words that he uses. It's very like, I don't know. It makes it seem like in comparison to him, Dubai is very young. It's like, so it gives me the sense that he is a very, very old creature. And since we're dealing with a vampire, that he's a very, very old vampire. And it would make sense because he has been exposed to daylight, right? And I feel like that's the misdirection, because vampires are not, they don't survive the sun. Like, they get burned in the sun. But if you read, and this is like, you can like, I don't know if this is like a whatchamacallit, a spoiler or whatever, but obviously if we saw him right here at the end, you already know that he's a vampire, or he's something. The point is like, how is he that? How is he staying this young? Because like in Anne Rice, like in the whole vampire mythology, just like some vampires have the cloud gift, some vampires, like I feel like when they become really, really old, the sun doesn't affect them anymore. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. I have to reread that. I don't remember. Like I said, it's been a long time, but I think that there's a moment where like they don't get affected by things anymore. They can go a long time without feeding, and the sun doesn't affect them as much as they used to. But I'm trying to think which vampire he could be, that he's friends with Louis. But I don't know. I can't think of one right now. I mean, there's a number of vampires, but it depends on how they change the story. But I'm really curious to see who he is, what's the deal, what's going to happen. And I'm assuming, I kind of have a feeling of how this season's going to end, of where the cut's going to be. I already know season 2 is up. I think that there's 2 episodes already, and I'm really looking forward to watching that. They're actually filming here. I think I mentioned this. They filmed here because they're supposed to be in Paris. And a lot of the time, Paris, they film in Prague because it's cheaper. And it's better, you have more, it's less crowded, all these things. It works better to film here and just pretend that it was Paris. So I'm excited for that. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the next episode, which would be the finale, right? So I'll see you guys then. Bye.